quite the lineup, because another issue that we are dealing with all of this hot weather, Majestic Storm's going to be talking about our weather around just after 9:30 this morning. We're staying weather impact alert. We have been in drought conditions for much of this early summer, and certainly a lot of spring. Carolina is definitely seeing it, and so our trees are affected. The sheriff just said that his grass and lawn are drying out. Joining us right now here in the Live Impact studio, John Maurice, a board-certified master arborist with Save a Tree, and he works with homeowners in the Pineville and Charlotte area. So, John, thank you for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Appreciate
and
it.
So you have seen many tree canopies and yards around the Charlotte area. What are you seeing, and how is it different, from years past or when we were not in drought conditions?
Well, right now we're experiencing a drought like we haven't seen in over 2 decades. So trees are starting to express themselves by early leaf drop, marginal leaf burn, just looking in general a little wilty. When it comes to turf, it's taking on a bluish dull gray color. And you might notice that when you walk across your lawn that you see the footsteps and they kind of linger a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's kind of eerie and very weird. So now that we're in it, so forget about any kind of early warning sign that your lawn might be trouble. But now that we are in the midst of these extreme drought conditions, are there any simple things that we can do?
Absolutely. As homeowners, tree owners, the one basic thing is just water, and I understand we're in restrictions as far as irrigation goes, but if you have drip irrigation or you can use soaker hoses, which are hoses that are perforated and emit water slowly, you can use those more frequently for trees and shrubs. But preventative care is very important, so being in front of these drought are more important than kind of catching up to them. So adequate soil moisture, fertilizer at the right time of year is very important. Right now we want to avoid high nitrogen fertilizer applications, so you don't want to just go to the store and buy an on-the-shelf product that might be high nitrogen because it will have potential to burn.
Oh, okay. So ideally, when do we want to fertilize?
Spring and fall are your typical times. This time of year, to mitigate some drought stress, you can use products that are full of microbial ingredients and soil conditioners, organic soil conditioners.
Okay. Any products, without pushing products, that are your favorite that you like to go to around this time?
Yes, absolutely. Things with kelp and root boosting hormones, wetting agents for the soil, organic soil conditioners, all applied in a liquid application. They will help retain soil moisture and be more efficient when we do get a little bit of rainfall or you are able to apply your irrigation.
What are people doing wrong right now?
I wouldn't say that.
Or the mistakes?
I wouldn't say that they're doing anything wrong. They're just a victim of the circumstances of the drought. So, but again, a little bit of prevention ahead of time will help trees and lawns work their way through these stress periods a little bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, drought aside, what are some of the other stressors that homeowners need to be concerned with or at least be aware of when it comes to trees?
This time of year, you're looking at some higher insect populations like wood-boring insects and other insects that take advantage of weakened trees and come into your turf and might take advantage. You might see higher weed populations take advantage. So those are things that you're looking out for. When it comes to trees specifically and drought stress, it will make them a little bit more susceptible to wind events and limb failures.
Okay, and I would be remiss to miss that you are with Save a Tree. And what is the work that you do?
I consult with homeowners every day about their trees and their lawns and just give them practical advice on how they might best make decisions on how to care for their landscape.
Any current theme that you're hearing from homeowners?
Just that our stuff is looking a little wilty and doesn't look as good as it normally does, and there's not a lot that we can do other than hope that we get some adequate soil moisture. So hopefully your meteorologist can bring in some rain and do what they can.
I know, we keep on telling Brad.
Yeah, you need to get Brad and Chris on it and get them to help us out with getting some rain in here. Other than that, just monitoring them, having a professional out and taking a look at your landscape. Each landscape, each tree, each shrub, each lawn is different. So having a professional come out and just kind of evaluate and give you the best advice to how to move forward.
So now with this heat wave that's really kicking in starting today for the next several days, I know they have said we don't really have any rain on the horizon, so that's unfortunate. But what can people do right now?
If you have drip irrigation, make sure your drip irrigation is running and running for proper times to increase that soil moisture, to give the plants a little bit of moisture to pull from and work through this stress. Other than that, talk to your professional so you can have a game plan for next year to avoid the stress that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a hunker down kind of situation.
A little bit of a hunker down right now. Just like us, we don't want to be out in this weather, and it's not good for us. It's not great for the trees. But again, just being smart about it and applying irrigation when we can.
Gosh, all right, we got to keep that soil moist. John, anything else we should know? Those were some good tips. Yeah.
Reach out to certified arborist or turf specialists, spring, fall, get them out there, come up with a good game plan to move forward so that you're on the preventative side of any of these stressors, whether it's drought conditions like we're having this year or last year where we had extreme moisture at the beginning of the year. Those can cause fungal issues. So I would just recommend that you get with a professional and get a good game plan.
We have such beautiful trees too in the Carolinas and
Absolutely
the Charlotte
agree.
area.
It's a great city to be an arborist in.
Absolutely. All right, John Maurice, thank you so much for the information. Appreciate your time.